Hi Scorpios, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten and I have your High Priestess reveal for 2018. This is just kind of a new experimental reading for me where I'm just kind of trying to tune into my psychic abilities with the cards. So I'll give you the meanings of the cards, but I'm also going to try and give you messages just based on how I feel and trust in that. So this reading is about what you're spiritually vibrating towards in 2018 that's working either for you or against you. A High Priestess has two pillars beside her. One is dark and one is light. So on the left side will be what you're vibrating towards that's not working in your favor, and you're carrying this in your energy field, and so it's definitely going to come to pass unless you work to change it or clear it. And what's vibrating on the right side of the High Priestess is what's working for your benefit. Sometimes these cards can be more difficult than the ones on the left. That means that there's a karmic lesson for you to work through this year. And that's if the cards are difficult. But if they're positive, then this is what you're about to, what's in your path, what's ahead, what lays ahead for you. And, so you can take advantage of these opportunities and not miss them. What's underneath the High Priestess is an additional card, basically the card that was on the bottom of the deck, and I'll turn it over at the end. Read any additional messages which may or may not rhyme with the other reading. Again, I'm just going to try and just let messages come. And I've got clarifiers so that I can stay, not get too crazy or out there with too many different scenarios for the cards. Now at the end of the reading there's a bonus, so pick a side right now, either left side or the right side of the High Priestess, and right now neither side is light or dark or good or bad. Just pick a side, left or right, and that will represent one wish that you want to come true in 2018. Whether or not it will come true, we're going to ask that, or it could be a question that a yes or no question that you want answered in 2018. Either you make a wish or you ask the question and pick a pile, pick a side, left or right. Stick with that pile and don't change it. High Priestess wants you to trust your first instinct. We will reveal the answer at the end of the reading. So that being said, let's get started. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the like button if 500 of you watch the video. There's no reason why 500 of you can't hit the like button to show your appreciation. It's free, and it definitely helps me to grow my channel. And if you'd like a personal reading, my information will be in the description box below. Now let's get started. High Priestess, what is Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sign Scorpio vibrating to in 2018 that is not working for their benefit? And you got the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands. This is a card about planning ahead and decision making, making decisions for your future, and choosing the right path forward. Because you're vibrating, this is what you're vibrating towards that's not in your favor. I feel like some of you are on the wrong path, or the path that you're on isn't taking you where you want to go, and you may have to change, you have to change directions. You don't want to change direction. I feel like you're reaching for this other staff here in the future, and it's just within your grasp, right? You're reaching for it, you don't want to quit, you don't want to stop, but I feel like circumstances are such that by continuing on this path, it's actually not going to be good for you because of the position the card fell in. This is like your plan A, this is your plan B. Plan B is something that you can always fall back on, right? Where you can always make money, you can always generate a living, you always have support, and you're ready to stretch out and move into plan A. However, I feel like you're not doing that. Instead, you're standing and you're waiting for a sign, you're waiting for a miracle or some sort of special opportune time. You're afraid to actually step out into this new territory because I feel like you lack faith and confidence in either in what it is you're doing or either in yourself as the person who's doing that thing, if that makes sense. So I feel like you have to build up your confidence, Scorpio, in 2018. I feel like you've been on this journey maybe for a couple of years to maybe change your path, to go in a different direction for yourself, but you haven't been able to let go of the old you and step out into the new you. And I feel like the new you, because of your lack of confidence, you're losing your passion for it. I feel like you see it, you know clearly what it is you want. You just feel like there's so much ahead that has to still be accomplished. And I feel like some of you feel like there's so much time behind you. It's already passed. So little time ahead of you, but so much territory to scope. And like the future is making you very, very anxious. Your future security, your future career, your future passion. Some of you are afraid to walk the rest of your days alone. I feel like there is opportunity here for you, but you're indecisive about taking it because it feels more like a setback or a delay than a movement forward. I feel like you have to go in a direction that you feel is going to take you away from your dream, but because it falls in this position, I feel like High Priestess is saying you actually, it's the reverse. The still striving for the dream is actually going to take you in a direction that's going to harm you right now, and that to put plan A on the back burner and put plan B back into action for a while. Okay? What the clarifier means from the Sibylla in Divina is this talks about conflict, internal conflict, taking time out to reflect, and, you know, indecision. So basically it's clarifying what this Two of Wands is telling us, that you're really conflicted about going backward, taking a step back, but High Priestess is saying taking a step back actually takes you forward. But you're conflicted about that. You don't trust that. Some of you are out of work. Some of you are indecisive about a matter of the heart. Somebody that you want to partner with. You're indecisive about that relationship. Some of you are just uncertain about how to make your dreams come true. Some of you are dealing with someone who's fickle and not making a decision about you. And some of you need a lot of support from your loved ones, those close to you, and you're not getting it. And that is vibrating negatively for you. This need for those close to you to support you. Alright? It's become a crutch. It's become a crutch. And it's holding you back. Alright? So, now I'm just... okay, I'm gonna go to the next card, what you're vibrating towards that's benefiting you, and then I'll try and put it together. What you're vibrating towards that's benefiting you, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a card about evaluation. The time has come, right? The time has come to evaluate your situation and to see how far you've come and to see if it's paid off thus far. All the work and all the effort that you put in. What kind of results has it yielded thus far, and is it worth putting any more time into it? Okay? This is what you're vibrating towards. It's good for you. So it's good for you to self-evaluate right now. It's good for you to put a check on yourself and become a little bit more practical. I think you're trying to realize you've been working on this for a while. You've been working on whatever it is for a while. Could be a person, could be a dream, could be a job, could be a new profession. You've been working on it for a while, maybe a year and a half, 2 years, right? And that feels like more than enough time. And you've got so much further to go, and it's just out of your reach. For some of you, it's out of your reach because of monetary concerns. For some of you, it's out of your reach because of someone wants to sow their wild oats and still, plant seeds elsewhere. It's out of your reach because it's not ready yet. It needs more time to develop. It's out of your reach because you're not recognizing the truth about the situation, right? And any of those reasons, guys, whatever resonates for you. And I feel like what it is you want has great potential to yield a lot of fruit and profit, success and benefit for you in the future. But it's going to take more time, and patience is needed. You need to cultivate patience, and this thing or this person, it could be a fire sign, fire sign, earth sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. They need more time if it's a person, then it needs more time. But there's potential there. But you're tired of waiting. If it's a project, it needs more time. It's not ready yet. It will yield a lot of beneficial results for you. Keep working at this thing, this idea, this creative idea, this new profession. Don't give up on it. You might have to take a step back. You might have to put plan B into action. You might have to put plan A on the back burner for a while and build up your security, your nest egg, build up your finances. I feel like 2018, Scorpio, you have to start planning ahead for your future, your financial security. This is a good year to invest. I feel like this is a good year for you to invest in the stock market. Now, I'm not a financial reader. I'm just going with what I'm feeling. But I feel like you're in like this evaluation, hesitancy mode. You're not in a taking action mode, and I think that's going to work against you. Let me read what the clarifiers mean for Seven of Pentacles. This is telling me that there's somebody around you. Could be a close friend, someone with dark hair. Could be male or female. This person is very friendly, kind. They offer you a lot of material or moral support. And you can lean on them for support and for guidance, okay? 2018. You may need to, maybe this is a counselor, maybe this is someone you can talk to help you evaluate what, maybe it's a life coach. Maybe it's someone to help you evaluate where it is you're headed. Because you got to get some things straight, and especially financially. This could also be someone who will help you invest your money properly. Long term. This is about investing long term. Everything that you undertake this year, Scorpio, you have to look at it as a long-term investment. But a long-term investment meaning, I know you can see far ahead what you want, but I feel like you have to take a little incremental steps, okay? One step at a time. So I feel like you need to plan and map ahead your future. I don't think you've done that. I think that whatever it is you want that you see so clearly, you haven't thoroughly thought it out, and you need to map it in more smaller bits. And so that you can see the progress that you're making. I think that because you're looking so far ahead, you think that the progress that you're making, though maybe the one fruit that you have in your basket, isn't enough. But actually, in the past year and a half, you've accomplished a lot, Scorpio. And I also want to say too, and I mentioned this in one of my last readings, that maybe employ like feng shui. Find out the corner where, I think there's a corner where, God, I can't think of the name of the corner, but there's a corner in feng shui where you are supposed to place your any sort of certificates, diplomas, credentials, trophies, anything that you've accomplished, and you set it in that corner or on that wall space so that you can look at it, and it's supposed to draw and attract more value, more respect, more recognition for you and what you do. Okay, it's going to help you rise up in status. So maybe learn about what that is. Sorry, I can't give you the name of the corner. I haven't done feng shui in a long time, but maybe I need to do that. I'm a Scorpio. And this will help you recognize your worth as well, because you're not giving yourself enough credit for all that you've been through. And I think you see yourself as having accomplished very little for where you are right now. But you're not valuing what you have accomplished, and maybe what you've accomplished can't be evaluated, or maybe it doesn't add up in actual tangible assets like money or property, but it adds up in other ways, and you have to see the value and growth of that. This is a year about self-development, and I feel like that's the most important thing, Scorpio, is that you develop your confidence and your self-worth. All right? This year, definitely lacking confidence to step out into a new you and a new identity. And that is what you need to work on, heal, and cultivate in 2018. Anything that makes you more confident, that makes you feel stronger, that lifts you up and helps you to see like in a tangible way, like when you lose weight, and even some of you may even go on diets and try to detox and lose weight. And when you can look in the mirror and you actually see physical evidence that you're getting somewhere, you need that. Those of you that are in like healing careers, or you want to change your career, I feel like you've lost confidence in yourself, or you don't have confidence in the thing that you're doing or in yourself doing it. And I feel like you have to start fresh. I feel like you have to go back to when in the beginning, when you offered your services for free, so that you could build up your confidence. But instead of this time offering your services to family and friends, somehow reach out and offer your services to strangers and get that feedback. You need a fresh new perspective about who you are and your identity. The family, the environment that you're in has got you stuck in an old identity. And it's important to see yourself differently. And I think that this will, as you get more and more feedback, it will all start to add up, and you'll have a lot more confidence to step out into this new world, this new profession, this new dream, this new activity, this new project with boldness. And with belief that you'll succeed, and you will accomplish so much. But right now, you're still holding on to your crutch. Now, as I was saying with your clarifiers, and these may talk about different things, like in a relationship, I feel like someone from your past could return, Scorpio, and I feel like this person is your friend, and you can be friends with this person. But I feel like if they return, there's still a blurring of the lines about the relationship. The relationship is still not defined. I feel like this person will not be ready to commit, Scorpio. Maybe not for a couple of years. You have to decide whether or not you want to wait for that. There is good potential here. High Priestess is telling you that with patience, if you cultivate patience, it could yield a good result. However, that is the circumstance. And so know it going in. Okay? Yeah. You may choose to just be friends for now, you know, because not everybody is okay with open relationships, and that's fine. But and then maybe when they've sowed their wild oats, there's definitely potential they could come back to you if you're still around waiting. I doubt you will be. But that's the healthy way to look at it. 2000. Let's see what's underneath the High Priestess. Uh-oh, we got the Tower. Tower, I feel like with the Tower, I feel like it's saying that it's time to, something that you've been existing in, a world that you've been existing in, like what you've been doing in 2017, it's time for it to come to an end, right? I think that you need to initiate this. I think you see it coming. And you know that you need to take a step forward. However, I think you don't want to take it. You still want to go after this dream. I feel like the dream doesn't have to come to an end, Scorpio. You just have to put it on the back burner for a little while. It needs more time. I feel like 2017 is a year of having to build up your nest egg, to invest in the long term, to see something in the long term, and to value the incremental steps and all that you've accomplished as you're getting there, okay? And if you journal and you keep track of how far you've come, or you take some time to write out all that you've accomplished, or you do that feng shui wall, you'll see that you have accomplished a lot, and you're not as far behind as you might fear that you are. And like I said, that old identity has to come to an end. So you need to seek out a new way of viewing yourself through the eyes of others. In some way, you're too dependent upon the validation of those close to you. Now, everybody needs validation. Okay, everybody needs validation. That's how we assess ourselves. That's natural. And for anyone to tell you that you don't need that, they're lying to you. But I feel like you need to step out and be brave and put yourself out there. And your self-worth shouldn't be tied up in how someone sees you. But I feel like if you were to let others see your beauty, see your talent, see your skills, you're going to get some feedback that's going to refresh you. And you're going to see yourself with different eyes. It's going to embolden you and give you courage and more confidence in yourself. All right? And I feel like where you're at in your comfort zone, you're not getting that kind of support. And you need to stretch yourself. That's what you need to work on in 2017. And this decision that, some of you might have to take a step back. It feels like a step back. Maybe you have to take a job in your old field. That's okay, because the route that you were on for this plan A was a shaky route, and you didn't have it fully mapped out. It's not a firm foundation. It's coming crashing down whether you like it or not. So you need to plan for that and take steps to build up your resources and your security and invest in your future. If you don't have some sort of 401k, IRA, something, you got to get that going in 2018, and this is a good year to invest. Okay, some people would say with the Tower that it's not a good year, but I feel like this is saying sudden yield. So I feel like it's a good year to invest. And you need to think long term, not short term. But at the same time, I know some of you are praying for a miracle. Some of you are praying for a breakthrough. Some of you are praying that you can get to step to plan A and not have to deal with all this in between. I think it's possible, but I think you have to be practical and do the plan B, but still be hopeful for the plan A. Okay? And I feel like, Scorpio, you're too far ahead in the future. Your head is too far ahead in the future. You need to come back to the present moment. If you don't, the universe is going to bring you back to the present moment. You need to get back into the present moment and do what's practical in the now. Okay? Stop waiting around for the future before you can take action. You've got to take a practical step right now. That's what I feel the cards are saying. That's the message that I get. Map out your future goals more carefully. Take smaller steps. Accumulate your savings. Be in the present moment. Take practical steps towards your goal. If you're considering an earth sign person, I think this person needs more time. It could be any person. Or the relationship needs more time to develop. It could be you. Maybe you need more time to sow your wild oats. That's fine. Maybe accept a friendship for now. All right? If you have a project or an idea that you want to launch, I feel that it could be very successful, but you need to cultivate it more. And if you're trying to break into a new profession, but you can't quite identify with it, I feel like you need to go back to your starting point. Maybe take refresher courses, or in some way offer your work pro bono, or in some discounted way, so that you can get more feedback and build your confidence, so that you can apply yourself with confidence. That's the only thing that's holding you back, is the fact that you don't truly believe in this new identity. But you're not who you used to be, and it's time to become who you are. Start where you are, Scorpio. Stop feeling like you've got to start so far ahead. Start right where you are and take the next step. Now, if you chose a pile, you made a wish, great. Let's see what High Priestess has to say. We're looking for the Ace of Swords to fall out either to the left or to the right of the High Priestess, right? And that'll give us your answer. So we're looking for the Ace of Swords, and in the upright position to give us a yes answer. Now, the longer it takes to fall out, the further in the year before you get your answer, right? Sorry that these are so late, but going into this zone is difficult for me. I hold back, and so that's why this is an experiment for me, because I hold back my psychic gifts, and it's uncomfortable. So I can't do a lot of these readings. All right, so the first card fell out on this pile, so we'll start here, and we're looking for the Ace of Swords, right? I wish I could feel more at ease with my psychic third eye open, but I had some experiences in my youth that frightened me, so I have to take it very slow. Until then, you have to deal with the fact that I'm a puzzle. I like to put together puzzles. I'm a textile designer, so I'm used to making things work and see the pattern, and so I put together the cards and their meanings, and that's how I do it, and that's where my psychic gifts come in. I think they're the strongest that way, and I think that's unique. Well, okay, so I think around, if you pick the pile to the left, your answer is yes, or you will get your wish, and I feel like it's going to be around fall, early fall. And then if you pick the pile to the right, the answer is most likely no. However, if you apply yourself and don't give up. You have strong willpower and strong intention. And if you really want it, that anything is possible. The High Priestess is just not revealing to you at this time the exact answer. There's still potential, but most likely the answer is no unless you find it within yourself to make it happen, okay? So that's your reading, Scorpio. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too disjointed. And have a beautiful 2018. And tune in for my February readings. I'm going to do the Intimate Desires reading that I haven't done in quite a while in honor of the Valentine season. So we'll see you in February. Blessings.